You are listening to the QSR Web Podcast, Episode 2. At the Restaurant Franchising and Innovation Summit, executives from leading brands will share their success stories of the numerous ways they have innovated to grow their franchises. Attendees will gain insight and inspiration to help them be more progressive in every facet of their businesses. Register today at franchisinginnovation.com.
Hello, and welcome to the QSR Web Podcast, where we bring you a carefully curated selection of some of the developments across the restaurant limited service categories. I'm Shelley Whitehead, editor of QSR Web and Pizza Marketplace, and delighted you're listening in for today's feature interview with Urban Bricks founder Sammy Aldeeb coming up. First, though, we begin today with the modern version of a crystal ball, aka big data and analytics. Fast Casual managing editor Sherry Kanzler connected with data wizards at Euromonitor recently to get a view into the future of the restaurant game and what lifestyle trends will really make brands particularly attractive to current and potential customers. Welcome, Shara.
Hello, thanks for having me.
My pleasure. Please first tell us why Euromonitor undertook this research into new food service concepts and why restaurant operators might need to know about these findings.
Right. Well, I think, it's the end of the year and we're always gearing up for our new predictions at this time of the year. And, restaurants always need to know what's out there and what their customers are demanding so they can be competitive to deliver those needs.
So you identified 4 trends and discussed them in the first part of your series on this research, beginning with the demand for restaurants today to truly fulfill a clean and green living promise. What exactly does that mean on a restaurant management level?
Right. Well, I think we've seen this trend growing for the past several years, customers really wanting to eat healthful, but they are focusing more on clean eating where they're not having, the extra artificial flavors and additives. And restaurants are trying to meet those demands by also giving them, more transparent information. Customers, especially millennials and even younger customers, want to know where the food has been grown. They want to know that the farmer down the road supplied the lettuce to their salad. So a lot of restaurants are looking into that. And we talked to one restaurant in particular, Be Good, who is based in Boston. They actually started their own farm just a couple of years ago. It's called Hannah Farm, and they grow a variety of produce that they use in their restaurant, but they also, donate some nonprofit organizations as well. So it's all about that combination of giving back to their communities and also providing their customers with the healthful foods that they want.
That's invigorating to hear about. Now, I think Euromonitor found out some pretty unusual things about how an increasing number of restaurant customers are dining these days. Is this the dawning of the solo dining trend?
I think that might be a fun way to look at it. There's just a lot of younger people who are working, they're in an office environment, they're wanting to eat quickly, and they're looking at, their lunch as more of, I need to meet my hunger needs, not necessarily just a social thing. So they're not afraid to eat alone. Restaurants are going to change their format to focus on that. One restaurant that we chatted with was Sweetie Pop, and they are based in India, and their focus is delivering single portion meals to customers. So a customer might be working and they can, call up or just online order food, and then within 30 minutes it'll be there, and it's a healthy small portion for them to enjoy.
Maybe they'll also start having like crossword puzzles embedded into tabletops for solo diners. This next trend in your story sounds like it might actually be geared more toward groups of diners, because it sounds like restaurants really need to get their game on, as in gamification. But as it's described in your story, it's really gaming with kind of a marketing purpose, isn't it?
Yeah, so gamification is becoming very popular, and a stat I just read, predicted that gamification will hit $11 million by 2020. And what that really is just a way for restaurants to engage with their customers. A couple of years ago, launched an online gaming component where customers could go online or use through the app, and they could play this game where they're crushing avocados and they win points. So it's just a fun, unique way to get customers connected. Pita Pit did the same thing earlier this year, and they allowed their customers to win, prizes or discounts off. And so I think we'll see more of that.
Virtual avocado crushing. I'm just looking forward to it. But last, we come to the great burden of the modern age, which is that none of us have enough time anymore. Why did Euromonitor think this was a need that limited service brands should address?
Well, I think customers are in, like you said, they're in a hurry. They just want their food. They want it now. They want it when they want it. They want it now. So more restaurants are going to be trying to deliver that frictionless experience where customers can order their food and pick them up or get it delivered as soon as possible. And there was this new restaurant in Dubai that is kind of taking that to another level. It's very interesting. It does not have a mobile app, which I found interesting because, most restaurants are really going that way, but they're using that as a marketing tool. You sign up, you put in your info and your credit card number and everything on the website, and then every single day they send you a menu, like at 9:30 in the morning, and then you respond back with what you want, and then they deliver it right to your office or to your house, and it's prepaid and everything. So there really is frictionless. So I think we'll see more of that as well.
Wow, they're making it awfully easy to eat. It's not a good thing for people like me. I want to thank you so much. This is just the beginning of a series, right?
Right. This week we will also have a focus on menu trends, and then we will be looking at more technology-based trends to watch out for 2019.
I'll be reading. Thank you so much for dropping in.
Thank you.
It's really enlightening information for our audience. We'll return in a moment, too, with Sammy Aldi about the pizza bread with the lime green oven, front and center, Urban Bricks. Let's talk pizza, specifically Urban Bricks Pizza, thanks to having Urban Bricks founder Sammy Aldi here with us today. And wow, Sammy, this brand has really come a long way in a little time since its launch, 3 years ago? You're up to 20 plus locations, and how many are in the works?
We've got probably another 12 in the works, opening up in the next 6 months or so. So yeah, we've been building them up brick and fast.
It's big growth. So a lot of people know this brand by its big egg-shaped lime green pizza ovens. But what I understand is that you've taken on pasta recently, and I wonder what was behind that move strategically for you all.
The pizza segment is very crowded. I would be a fool if I don't realize that and see the writing on the wall. We sat back and we said, how do we reach out more to more customers while we keep our menu simple? And the key is simple, right? So we got to be simple. Pizza's simple. It's easy. It's fast. How do we use that to our advantage? Use the oven that we've gotten. We have in the front of nothing but fresh toppings and fresh ingredients, and utilize what we have without having to A, break in, and B, change the model, right? And obviously the quick answer was, well, let's go ahead and sit down. Let's try to go ahead and do salads, right? You see a whole bunch of restaurants out there that's build your own salads. It's really, you see a whole bunch of build your own, period. Right? The new generation wants everything fast. They want everything fresh. They want to build their own. Nobody wants the super supreme or the boring Caesar salad, right? Everybody's got a twist. Everybody wants to do it their way. Everybody wants to customize their lunch or their dinner. So obviously we've got that. We're an open kitchen concept, and we've decided to up our menu just a notch and start offering salads, panini, and pasta. So everything that goes on a pizza, from cherry tomatoes to cheese, green peppers, onion, mushrooms, will actually go on a salad. It'll go on a pasta, and it'll also go on a panini. So why not expand our menu without really having to add any more SKUs. And that is the genius move that Sammy came up. Very simple.
So
We
how's it
decided
going
to go-
over?
Oh, it's doing fantastic. With a world that's very health conscious, salads is definitely taken off. We now cater to both mom and dad, right? So if somebody wants something light, whether it's for lunch or they're simply on a diet.
Now, Sammy, as many readers of Pizza Marketplace in particular know from our past coverage, Urban Bricks has also got a reputation for having cool gadgets, but they all have purposes, like that hand sanitizing station and the bottom filling beer dispensers. How do those kinds of items work to really engage customers?
Well, the world we live in is all about entertainment. People eat with their eyes. People want to go ahead and check in on Facebook and other social media. That's what they want to do. They want to eat where it's cool. And what we did is we created a cool atmosphere. Edgy. Want to show off our cool gadgets that we have in our store, whether it's our spinning pizza oven, right, or our hand washing station, which is probably Instagram's on our pizza. Or the bottoms up beer machine, right? So everything's got a purpose. The hand washing station is obviously a huge hit with the kids. I could see kids wanting to go to Urban Bricks simply because we have the cool hand washing station. I know my kids do, right? And the spinning, rotating oven is there to ensure a good quality, consistent pizza. So our pizza is very consistent, no matter how long the lines are. We're always pushing out the same quality pizza each and every time, right? And that's because our operations is monkey proof, right? You simply put you put the pizza in, wait for it for 2 rounds. Each round is literally 60 seconds. You pull it out and it's perfectly cooked each and every time, just like magic, right? But yet it works as an entertainment for our long lines, and it acts as a pacifier for hungry consumers that are just, watching their pasta getting baked or somebody else's pasta getting baked, or panini cooking and rising inside an oven that's rotating. And then, of course, the bottoms up beer machine, which is a huge success for us. It's a big factor in us selling more beer, and it's simply because it's very entertaining. I mean, our cups have a hole in the bottom of them, right? And they fill from the bottom. And I can't tell you how many times we get customers, they're like standing in line behind another Patriot that's ordered beer, and they're like, what just happened? What? You know what? No, you can't see it again, but you're gonna have to buy it, right? So much beer simply for having to show the consumer experience it again, and quickly they pull out their phones and they're Snapchatting it, or they're putting it on Instagram or Facebook. Another thing about this bottoms up beer machine, not only that it helps me sell and accelerate in pizza sales or dine-in sales, but it's also helped sell franchises. Just, I think 2 or 3 days ago, we got another franchise inquiry, and one of the questions we have on there is why Urban Brick? And his response was bottoms up beer machine.
Well, so tell me where this brand is going. Big growth plans, or what's your pace?
We're going to be in Panama, the country, next quarter. We're planning to open up first quarter of 2009. We should also be opening up our Puerto Rico location in probably first or second quarter of 2019. We get franchise inquiries for international countries all the time. We're deep negotiations right now with people from India. We simply have a very fun concept. It's fun. Investors are looking at it and saying, man, this could really work for us in our country. Very, again, very edgy, very American, right? People love American products and American brands.
Does it translate well to other cultures, or have you had some speed bumps there? Or
being an ex-franchisee and somebody that was born and raised in Dubai, I think I have an advantage there about not really sticking in the box. And I try to get out of the box and see what might work in different geographics. The conversation we have with Panama is different than what we're having in Oregon. What we're going to have on the line over there is going to be a lot more different than what we're going to go ahead and have in Florida. So we're open to not being boring. We're open to adapting to the geographics and to the population and demographics per each and every location. I got I got kosher meat where I need to have kosher meat. I got halal meat where I need to go ahead and have halal meat. And I got Urban Bricks with a full bar where a full bar is needed. Right? Yes, we're a franchise and we got to be very uniform, and we are. All our stores are lime green. Right? They're all very edgy. We'll adapt. So yes, our conversations with international locations are completely different, right? We're not going to do, now that we're talking heavily with India, we're not, it's more vegetarian. We're gonna focus more on our vegetarian and our salads, our build your own salads more than anything else over there. Yeah, it's different. It's different. It's different.
Interesting.
It's exciting.
I
Yeah.
will be watching. We will be watching. I want to thank you for talking with us. I wish we had more time to go on, but it keeps a sense of mystery going. And sure that the road is paved with gold, maybe a few lime green tiles in there as well for Urban Bricks. And I seriously do appreciate your coming in and talking to us today.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
That about wraps up today's podcast, and my sincere thanks for listening in. Please come back for the next show when we'll talk to Auntie Anne's president, Heather Neary, about that longtime chain's reincarnation for an increasingly snacky world. We look forward to talking with all of you then. Until then, have a great day.